So today we have the story of the Good Samaritan. A Good Samaritan helping somebody who's in need. And Jesus told that parable of the man on his way down from Jerusalem to Jericho. Jerusalem to Jericho was a very, very dangerous road, very narrow road. Jerusalem was way above, 2,000 feet above the sea, whereas Jericho was 1,300 below sea level. So the road was windy and up and down, dangerous. Anybody who traveled on this dangerous, narrow, winding road up and down had to be careful. And here we are, this traveler walking on, and he was beaten up. They left him half dead, just left him there. And then a priest passed by. He passed him by. He thought he was dead. And if you touched a dead man, you were unclean for 7 days and couldn't perform in the temple. So he had nothing to do with him. He saw him. He felt sympathy for him. He had compassion for him. But he walked by. Then a Levite. He was the next one who saw him. He also had compassion, but he walked by. He walked by. Compassion and sympathy. But then the Samaritan, those who Jews looked down upon, they were different. They weren't friendly with the Samaritan. Here was the Samaritan, complete stranger. And what does he do? He was moved with compassion, but his compassion moved him to do something. And what did he do? He bandaged his wounds, pouring oil and wine on them, lifted him on his mount, and took him to the inn, and gave money to the innkeeper. Look after him, he says. Look after him. And on my way back, I will make good any extra expense that you have. What was the difference with these three people? They all had compassion. Each of them had compassion and sympathy on this traveler that was beaten up, half dead. The difference is the Samaritan had compassion and he did something. The Levite had compassion and did nothing. The priest had compassion and did nothing. But the Samaritan had compassion and sympathy and did something. There's a lesson there for us. It's not enough to have sympathy. Oh, sorry. What do we do about it? Somebody in need, somebody who wants us. Somebody says, have you a minute to spare? Or you have compassion on the person who's in trouble. Oh, I sympathize, but I've no time. You know, it's not enough just to have compassion. Not enough to say, oh, I sympathize with you. Act. You must do something. You must do something. Action. Show that you love that person. They said, this is a neighbor. A real neighbor is somebody who does something. Not just says, I am sorry for you. I have compassion for you. That's not enough. It's not enough. We must go further. Go further when we see somebody in need, see somebody in difficulty. It's not enough to say, I'm sorry. I have compassion for you. Oh, sorry. Oh, we must go further and do something for that person. May we have compassion and may we put into action that love in our heart. Then we are a neighbor to that person. Amen.